Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. We're going to Wembley. Que sera, sera. Oh, I'm reading a book. Oh yeah, it's a really good book. Oh yeah. Who's it by? Oh, that idiot. Anyway, I've already got to talk about that. Well, at least now we can focus on the league, can't we? I'm trying to think of some positives. Neto done a really, really good run towards the end. I think Nuno rested a few players today, or decided to go with a weaker team for whatever reason, best known to him. Didn't quite work out. But disappointing game overall. I think I was watching it on Twitter most of the time rather than TV, and I think everybody was bored to bits by it. So there's not really much more to be said than for Talking Wolves to keep the fantastic work that they're doing. I'm going to go and read my book for the 500th time today. Over and out.
Laurie Dalrymple once said in an interview when Nuno was first appointed, "When you start to get the performances right, the results will soon follow." The performances have not been very good, and unfortunately, the results are really starting to follow that really, really bad performance. And again, another really bad 2-0 defeat at home to Southampton, where we created one shot at home. One shot at home against a Southampton team that, they haven't conceded that many goals, have they? No, it's only the 14 in the past two games, they're solid defensively. It's very hard to break down a team that's conceded that many goals. I mean, just poor, wasn't it? It was just absolutely shocking. The team selection was wrong again. The fact Pedro Neto, who is the best player at this football club, is not getting a start over an Instagram influencer and someone who isn't a left winger. What are we doing? We're not playing for anything in the league. We're 14th. We're not exactly moving forward, are we? Your cup is your best opportunity to get to, give us something to look forward to. What have we got to look forward to now? Classic 14th place battles against Burnley. Just there's nothing enjoyable about this season. The one thing that could have been enjoyable was the cup run, and it's just gone. First half was poor. We should have been a goal down. The amount of mistakes we were making defensively, the fact we stuck so many bodies back behind the ball, and they were still creating a lot of space. It almost seems as though the performance where we defended very, very well against Leicester, and when people started to praise our defensive ability, just went out the window today. I don't really know what happened. Second half comes along. There's already alarm bells as soon as Armstrong's missed that opportunity. That is when you make the substitution. That is where you try and change the game. But again, we had to wait until we're one goal down to make a substitution, which did absolutely nothing. Adama came on, and again, for all the pace he's got, he doesn't really use his pace. I mean, you're quick. Run at people. That's what you're good at. You're not good at most other things. That is the one thing you're probably world class at, and you're not using that. That just makes you look like a bang average championship footballer. I mean, William Jose came on, and again, it's no impact again, but again, it's a striker position for me. I was quite critical of Fabio Silva on Saturday, and I still will be as well for missing that opportunity. William Jose came on and did it worse than Fabio Silva. It's the fact we've got two very good strikers at this football club, and they're still not performing at it. For me, it doesn't seem like it's a myth that, the Jimenez injury was, the reason that we're going down in this position. Because Jimenez, let's not forget, the positions he was picking up was very similar to the positions Fabio Silva picks up, which is on the left wing, but Jimenez has got the ability to score goals and change a game. William Jose can do that, but the system is just not really playing towards his strengths. And then the second goal, I mean, what the is Leander Dendoncker doing? He is just not a defender. He can barely play midfield. He's not very good footballer. I mean, what is that pass towards Ruddy? And of course, whenever there's a mistake that leads to John Ruddy, we're just going to concede and we're going to be an absolute joke. I mean, John Ruddy, there's a lot of calls for should Ruddy be number one. For performances like that, oh, Jesus Christ. But again, there's nothing that you can take from this game is to say, look, we've come out better, we've improved, which again, a lot of people are looking at the performances and looking at the results as well. Positive result against Arsenal, positive result against Leicester, and it seems as though the way that we performed today, as well as the result, kind of doesn't balance itself out, but we've got to play these again. and I'm just not confident. Anyway, thanks for having me on Talking Wolves, and yeah, I'm probably going to argue with someone in the comments. So cheers, guys.
Oh God, it feels like the about 100th time I've done this season. Wolves 0, Southampton 2, and to be honest, another frustrating, disappointing result. I got no words really. It was absolutely atrocious. Disappointing doesn't even cover it, to be honest. It was awful. It took us until the 79th minute to get on shot on target, which tells you everything you need to know. Jackie Oatley tweeted out that in 3 hours of football at Molineux, we've had one shot on target. Tells you everything you need to know. And today was just poor from start to finish from everyone, really. I thought, in particular, though, Nuno does have to take the majority of the flack for today because of his team selection. The front three, really disappointing, to be honest. I know I've called for Vitinha to play, but I wanted him to play in a 10, not on the wing. Gibbs White on the wing as well. To be fair, I actually thought Gibbs White was pretty good today. In the things that he did right, he did well, but there was also, and this was a real theme throughout the team, so much diving in the first and second half. It was really, really appalling. We had six centre mids in our starting 11. I mean, what are we supposed to be doing going forward if we've got that amount of players that don't have really that much of an attacking impetus on the game? We had no outlet really when we had the ball. Southampton were just constantly putting the pressure on us. It looked like they were the only team looking forward to scoring. And they've lost 9-0, right? And this is my frustrating thing. It's almost as if we look at teams out of form and go, oh, go on then, we'll give them a boost. And for me, I just don't understand it. Why are we not getting at teams? Why is he waiting until, the 65th minute to bring Neto and Adama on when we're already losing? Bring them on when it's 0-0, when we can actually take the game by the scruff of the neck and make use of the channels. But we don't do that. And yet again, just no attacking impetus. I don't understand how we can keep doing the same thing every season. And I can understand why fans are turning on Nuno, because today he got the team selection wrong. He got the substitutes. The substitutes were left too late. And the game plan, again, was far too negative. And we've said that so many times this season. And if you've got a manager who's not getting the tactics right, not getting the substitutes right, and not getting the team selection right, then you're in a bit of trouble in terms of getting results. Now, guarantee this has been the first really poor game in a couple of games. We have started to look better the past few weeks, so I'm not going to get too harsh. But this is a really good chance for us. We've got nothing to play for in the Premier League. I don't understand his team selection. What are we going to do? Concentrate on finishing 12th, if that? Do you know what I mean? We've been shocking in the league. The FA Cup has been sort of our one saving grace. And we've sort of thrown it away today. 2 games away from Wembley. And just another drab performance. Boring, no energy, it's just flat. Just nothing going through the midfield. Neves and Moutinho struggling again. I thought Neves was decent, but again, Moutinho just off the pace. And I thought, to be honest, defensively, I thought we were okay. But the problem is that when you invite so much pressure on, you're guaranteed to concede chances. I thought that Saiss and Kilman at points got caught too close together, and that's where the ball through the middle of them started becoming really dangerous, because you had Saiss pushing on, Kilman staying back, and that ball was just constantly going through. So yeah, I mean, I don't even know. There's so much to improve on. Really, really frustrating result. We just need to try and get forward a bit more and just play a team that play the strongest team, man. It's the only competition we had left really that was worth any excitement. So I guess we've just got to focus in on finishing mid-table now, which is, I mean, it's not too bad, but we should be doing better than this, really. Not a good one.
Well, that was the most painful game that I think I've watched this season. That was just absolutely dreadful. I guess we should start with the team selection, which from Twitter, it's just been erupting. Why are we playing such a weak team when the only thing that we're competing in is the FA Cup this year? Why has he started with that front three? That front three is like a mid-table championship starting lineup. Fabio Silva again, awful. Gibbs White is no way good enough to be Premier League, and Benita didn't really get much of a chance. I don't know what someone has seen in Fabio Silva to think that he's a good footballer, because every game that I've watched, he's not shown anything that's good. Usually with a young talent, there's usually something that you think, oh, he's good at that, and then he can develop, because he's not fast, he's not strong, he's not good at finishing, he's not good in the air. He's done maybe like a good few passes, but apart from that, I don't know what he's good at. Definitely striker-wise. So, waste of money. I personally think he's just not going to be very good at all. And then, yeah, just it seemed like what the plan was is to sort of hold on, and then on the 60-minute mark, get the better guys on to try and go for the win. And then obviously bringing on Ait-Nouri for Johnny. I'm not sure why. Ait-Nouri, again, I hope we don't sign him. I think he's rubbish. But yeah, so I felt like as soon as he came on, it was game over, basically. I thought he's going to be very leaky down that left side. Yeah, so then the first goal goes in. Again, I think the players thought it was offside, so no one really tried to challenge it because they thought it was offside, and then getting overturned. And then obviously, I think we had a bright spell for about 5 minutes where Adama Traore should have scored. And then after that, it seemed like the game was really slow, and then they go 2-0, it's game over. So it's a game for everyone that's Nuno out is going to be saying this is exactly why. I personally don't think that he should be. I'm not a Nuno out person, but I just think we're so boring this year. I think no shots on target. Well, we had one with the Adama Traore, but just no chances. Nothing. It's not exciting. It's just boring football. You know, constantly passing it back. No one really looks like they want to score. And then, you know, I think even the subs, when they come on, they were rubbish as well. Like, everyone just had a rubbish game today. I don't even think one person played well. But, you know, against the Southampton team that is low on confidence, low on form, you know, they've lost to Newcastle and got battered by Manchester United, and now they've gained confidence here, and then we've got them on the weekend. So, yeah, just a frustrating game, really, because you've got to be going for the FA Cup, you know, when we're mid-table. We're not really going for a fuck all, really, in the league. So, strange decisions today. It's just annoying, really. Very frustrating game.
Cheers Talking Wolves for letting me do another reaction video. After a 2-0 defeat in the Cup to Southampton, yet again the Peri Peerless strikes. Another defensive performance, another disaster class. Yet again, you could see it coming. Starting 11, Vitinha and Morgan Gibbs on the wings, offer nothing. Silva up front, Donkey, like, don't offer anything, just misses chances. And I think, to be honest, it's time for Nuno to pack his bags. He's fouled in the Cup and he's fouled in the league, and that's the bottom line to it. And he persists with the 5 at the back, then he changes to the 4. He's out of ideas, and yeah, I just think he's gradually getting worse and worse week by week. Our only 2 bright sparks are Neto and Neves, and they'll both be gone in the summer if we continue with this manager. And yeah, I think it's time for a change. I think now that we're out of the Cup, now there's nothing to play for in the league, I think perfect time to do it, or even at the end of the season. Just persist with Nuno till the end of the season, but big changes need to be made, recruitment and the manager. Tonight was for everyone to see, absolutely woeful. Defensive, no attacking, creativity, nothing going forward, nothing in midfield. Yeah, unbelievably bad. But yeah, thanks for letting me do this brief video.